What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of Treasure's second album, Reboot. Yes, Treasure, the YG K-pop boy band, back with their first full-length release in some time. They had a few EPs come out last year, and I gotta say, this is my favorite Treasure release by far, and I think one of the best K-pop albums of the year, bar none. This really impressed me, really raised Treasure in my estimation when it comes to K-pop groups, and I was just really quite pleased with this. Kind of came out of nowhere for me. Treasure is a group that, despite being on YG, a big label, they haven't, I think, made as much noise as some of their peers, but they've had some moments for me, particularly one of their B-sides, BLT Bling Like This, I think just has amazing melody. One of the catchiest K-pop songs I've ever heard. Really love it. And despite all that, I haven't heard that completely continued in, EP or album form to this point. But on Reboot, I was just really blown away by the really cohesive, consistent vision and consistent production choices that we get on Reboot. I mean, just simply put, this is a electropop album. The production with this consistent pulsing bass and, kind of house vibe, you could say, really stood out to me. And because they're so committed to this style of production, I think it really works. You think of probably the most notable K-pop release from a male boy band this year. That would be Five Star from Stray Kids. That's an album that has production all over the place and does all kinds of different things and mixes up genres constantly. And we love it for that. It's a great record. That's not what Treasure is doing on Reboot. Treasure is so, I think, consistent and fixated on a specific sound with Reboot. And to me, that's just as commendable because it's a really, I think, clear vision with a type of record. And to me, it just really stands out. I thought the whole release, front to back, 10 songs, 33 minutes, just really goes. I liked every song on it. So yeah, let's just kind of get into the songs here. Bona Bona, track one, that drum hit beat breakdown just really kind of stands out to you. After the rap verse, you have this hand clap into the chorus. The chorus even gets bigger at the end when you hear it again. Just really big track right off the bat. Track two, I Want Your Love, super, super bass heavy. It almost gives you like a David Guetta type vibe when it comes to hearing the production on that. The melody in the middle verse has also really grabbed me. Track three, Run, this pulsing beat, pulsing bass once again. Then also really, I think, catchy outro. The next song, Move, T5, thought was pretty good. Song after that, you have Goat, parentheses, Rap Unit, the rappers on Treasure. Pretty solid K-pop, hip-hop song. I think in general, hip-hop in K-pop can be a bit up and down, but I think this one was pretty good. The next song, That's Stupid, again, that pulsing bass just really grabs you. Song after that, The Way To, parentheses, vocal unit, the singers in Treasure, right? This is the one piano ballad on Reboot, the one breath, the one pause before we get back to the club with the sound. That one, also, I think it's a nice break. It fits the album just fine. Sounds pretty well, pretty good, especially because it leads up to the end. At this point, I was like, all right, that's 7 songs. Feeling good. The vibe is good. I'm impressed with the production choices. I'm impressed with the consistency of the vision, right? Then you had the 7th track, the 8th track, Wonderland. Awesome, just mix of everything. Really sticky hook. Big bass, once again. Great rap verses. Love it. And then, track 9, B-O-M-B, Bomb. It's my favorite song on the record. The vocals are incredible on this. Super, super catchy. Amazing chorus. Like, this is probably one of my favorite Treasure songs. I thought Bomb was delightful. Loved it. And then Lovesick's a great closer as well. So, in conclusion, I don't have a whole lot more to say. I think it just really goes. It's really cohesive, great vision. The production is very consistent and really sounds great. And, I'm a bit critical of K-pop groups that have many members. Treasure has 10. If you heard any of my NCT reviews, this is what I think. I just have a hard time connecting with groups with this many faces, this many voices. But I think if you're going to be as consistent with your sonic vision and your production style as Treasure was with Reboot, you can get away with having this many cooks in the kitchen. And I think after Reboot, Treasure definitely deserved to be up there in the mix of, I think, their most popular peers. The male group space, post BTS hiatus. There's still a lot of heavy hitters, of course, with Stray Kids and Hyphen and TXT and 17. A lot of big groups, a lot of famous groups, a lot of competition. But I think Treasure really made a statement with this kind of release that they are an interesting group and they should be paid attention to moving forward. And I was really just quite pleased and quite surprised. That's how I felt after hearing this. But let me know, how did you feel about Treasure's Reboot? Is it your favorite Treasure release the way it's my favorite Treasure release? What do you want to hear from them next? And for more K-pop reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.